Welcome back to Eco, the only bilingual Italian American show in New England. And welcome back to our new series, Smile and Shine, with Dr. Claudia Maragno. All you need to know for your wellness and health. Today, my guest is Rosy Trovato, founder of the group Boston Italian Women. With over 20 years' experience in technical sales and 7 years in higher education, Rosy Trovato is the founder and leader of the Boston Italian Women. She's passionate about networking and a strongly believer of the 6 degrees of separation, the idea that all people are 6 or fewer social connections away from each other. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being a sponsor of Smile and Shine.
Thanks for having me.
Hello, Rosy. Thank you for joining us today. It's an honor to have you. So we know that you are an active member of Boston Italian Women. So you have been really a valuable member of the Italian American community in Boston, and we truly value your presence here today. So, Rosy, let's start by introducing yourself and tell us more about your past, your background, what you did before coming to the United States. We are very curious to know a little bit about you.
Thanks, Claudia, for this opportunity. So I always start my story by saying that I was born in Milan, and people start laughing because of my strong Sicilian accent. But I, of course, grew up in Sicily, in Leonporte, a small town in the earth of Sicily, which is famous all over the world for the fragrant and delicious pesca settembrina, which is a special organic peach harvested after September, and Gran Ponte, an amazing architecture masterpiece built in 1600s. This is a fountain with 24 taps. The legend says that if you drink from all the taps and you make a wish, the wish comes true. Not sure if that's true, that's real, but that's what the legend says. So after I married my husband Giovanni, who, by the way, was always called Johnny since his childhood. Not sure if it was just a coincidence or the fate know already what was the plan for us. So at that point, I moved to Riesi, another small town in Sicily, and my husband's hometown, where a decade before he had founded his own company with his father. I've got my master's degree in economics from Catania University, and had two daughters, Chiara and Alida, who are now 20 and 18. So I've been working with the family business Meccano-Tecnica Riesi for the last 20 years, and I was the director of business development there. Our company works with the clients from all over the world, including the United States. We produce customized machine parts for several industries, including maritime, research, and defense. Here for the United States, we deliver important components for submarines. Since I moved to the United States, I've been still working with the company, but I added some things to the bucket.
Thank you, Rosy. That's very interesting, and thank you for sharing your own story. So when did you move to the United States, and why?
So I moved to the United States in 2016 when my family and I won the green card through the famous diversity visa lottery. At that point, we took the chance to try and live the American dream. So despite immigration in 21st century is totally different from the past, it is always difficult adjusting to a new life. especially when you are in your 40s. A couple months after moving, I started working with Northeastern University as a temp, and then got a full-time job offer only a year later. I recently started a new role as the assistant director for a new center at Northeastern, focusing on mentoring people and um, uh, companies who are interested in digital leadership. A very good benefit offered to Northeastern employees and their families is getting a free degree. So I took that occasion in 2021. I got my master in finance and my MBA, and got also American credential this way. Also, my daughters made their way to Northeastern. Chiara is a sophomore, majoring in music and communication studies, while Alida got her letter a couple of weeks ago. Very excited about this, and she will be pursuing a career as a nurse if everything goes well. In 2021, I was elected as a member of the Comites, a committee for Italians abroad, trying to be a connection between the consulate and the community, and trying to deliver the needs from the community to the consulate itself. I'm also a notary public in Massachusetts, and here I just would like to mention that a notary designation in the United States is not even close to the classic notaio in Italy. However, notarizations are very important for everyday life, and especially with business.
Wow. Wow. You have so many things to share with us today. And yeah, we're really, really proud of your profile.
Thank you.
So, yes. So I think you could write a book already.
Maybe, who knows?
And never say never. So Rosie, so basically you won your green card lottery through diversity quotas. So you know the process of moving to another country, you know all the adjustments that it requires, and so I think at this point you went through education in the United States, so you got your American credentials and you found a job in academia in the United States. So, which kind of advice would you give to people that are thinking or willing to move to America, either on a temporary basis or a permanent one?
Thanks for this question, Claudia. I'm really happy to talk about my path, but also I'm happy to encourage other people that are willing to live in the United States. Basically, I fell in love with Boston since the first time I came here for vacation in 2003, and then I started to find ways to move. I started applying to this lottery, which I didn't think it was real. I thought it was fake things, like so many other things online. But it was real. In 2016, my husband was selected for as a winner. We went through the consular process, and we immigrated at the end of the year. So, of course, this is a lottery, and as every lottery is based on luck. Um, anyway, what I'm always happy to say that luck favors the prepared mind, as Louis Pasteur used to say. So I think that was the case. So lotteries luck. There are other many ways to come to the United States. So one of that is coming as a student. So F1 students pursuing their college degrees have the opportunity to work legally in the United States, either during their course of studies and afterwards, thanks to specific work authorization related to that visa status. So they can work 1 to 3 years after the degree, and especially STEM students, students who are working in the scientific discipline can work up to 3 years, then be sponsored by their employer. They can take an H-1B visa or a green card directly. Many researchers and the PhD students after graduation can also apply for their own green card because they become of national interest. Other companies sponsor talents for very specific talent in the industry with a no visa, and then this become a green card. I recently became a US citizen after 5 years of having the green card. You can get the US passport, and it's very a honor to be a dual citizen because I'm still very proud to be an Italian, but I'm also proud to be part of this beautiful country.
Absolutely. So, congratulations on your citizenship.
Thank
So,
you.
Rosy, thank you. So, in April 2020, we discovered this new Facebook group targeting the Italian women living in Boston and the area. So, tell us about what is behind this decision and what is the purpose of this group.
Thanks, Liliana. So, April 2020, we all remember which time was that. We were in the middle of the pandemic, and everyone was confused about what the future was going to be. So, COVID hit a very good friend of mine from New York, Ivana Lo Stimolo, who is the founder of the New York Italian Women, called me and proposed me to create this sister community in Boston. We are all striving with a new reality, and what's better to women to support other women. So I must say that this Boston community is very related with the New York one, and we are all under the umbrella of me, we. Um, as I know, I learned me will never be the same without we. My life will never be the same without the Boston Italian women, and I can never thank Ivan enough, as I'm really enjoying the many friendships and real connection I started thanks to the group. Boston Italian Women today counts over 750 members.
Wow, that is really, really remarkable, and congratulations to creating such big group, and also very active, I must say. I enjoy following all your activities on social medias, and I have to say that there is a lot of participation within your group. So I have a question for you regarding Boston Italian women. In particular, I want to ask you, why do you think a group like yours is needed for women? And what do you think makes it stand out compared to other communities, groups? Because, we have so many groups online and offline. So what makes you different from the others?
Yes, that's a good question. I really think that we as women need a strong network of support. I believe we need to change some patterns where women who achieve the results tend to discourage or even worse, boycott other women. I take pride and responsibility to support other women and mentor the younger generation of women to make sure they know they can achieve the biggest results if they only want. So it's good. Many new generations get some guidance. Um, and I like to be the go-to person in everyday life for advices. I always joke by saying that my brain works like Facebook algorithm. Even though I'm not even sure what's an algorithm, I tend to connect people as needed because I listen to them. And sometimes, just because I'm getting older and my memory is fading, I don't always remember things but I'm able to match make people based on their needs. I think that what stands out comparing to the other groups is that we support each other and people feel we really believe in what we are doing.
Fantastic. So, what vibes do you get from this community, and what are the goals for the future?
Again, what I'm really passionate about is that people appreciate the time and the advice I give it them. Because, you know, we are all struggling in life, especially when you change the whole world. I try to use whatever I learned to benefit others by providing support. Our group is open to all the women living in Boston and New England, all Italian women. So we mainly focus on Italian and Italian descendants. But we also have American women who are passionate about Italy, speaks Italian, love our culture, and share our values. Besides our presence in Facebook with the group and the page, we are also on LinkedIn and Instagram. So everyone is welcome to follow us. Just look for at Boston Italian Women. I want to say that in all of this, I'm not alone. Besides Ivana, I mentioned before, I have a couple members, Daphne Cardamone and Maria Laura Blefari, a very good friend of mine. Not only they are brilliant professional, but they also made a huge contribution to the group, especially when we make events. And I also like to mention Giordana Dessi, who is the creative director of Sad Plus, a marketing agency based in Sardinia. She's not in Boston, but she lived in the United States, specifically in New York, and know the struggle of being an Italian living abroad. She is the genius behind all the graphics. She keeps offering for free because she shares our same value and she likes to be part of our community. So many, I must say that many members of the Boston Italian Women left Boston and New England. They now relocated to Europe or Italy, but they still like to be connected to us and providing their support to the newer generations. And they are still mentors to many. So talking about the goal for the future, this is very important to me, and I really appreciate this space and the media. So we are looking for more people. Of course, we are always welcoming new members, but we are also looking for volunteers. More volunteers who will help and support and eventually make the Boston Italian Women a non-profit organization. So I take the advantage of your radio. Thanks, Viviana. Thanks, Claudia, to tell people, specifically women who recognize themselves in our value, to step up and volunteer with us. So we need to create bylaws, register our logo and trademark, apply for a non-profit designation, create a website, and much more. So we are self-sustaining, especially because we don't have so many expenses right now. However, we need all the help we can get and as many resources as possible to grow.
Thank you so much. Our guest of today, Rosy Trovato, and our radio host and vocalist, the amazing Viviana Dragani, that is doing a wonderful job with Italieco. You can follow this as every Monday on WMTN 15:50 a.m. at noon. But of course, you can watch our recordings on Italieco on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube page, and the interview will also be available on Spotify. Thank you again, Rosie, for being here and for sponsoring us. And I just want to mention all the other sponsors that made this possible today. Hope to see you again.
Thank you. And we would like to
Bye.
thank our sponsors, PIB Professionisti Italiani a Boston, Spiga Restaurant, The Italian Realtor, and of course, Boston Italian Women. Grazie. Thank you.
Ciao.